Hey everybody, Paul back with issue number 3 of Comic Book Call, and again looking at another Image Comics great. This time we're looking at The Spread, a horror action hybrid, and I think you can tell just by looking at that fantastic cover art we are in for a real trip, and a gory trip at that. An axe-wielding Wolverine by the looks of it, carrying a young child, young baby there, and of course I think you can probably tell by the flavour of that artwork on the cover alone that we are looking at a cross between John Carpenter's The Thing and the Japanese samurai cult classic movie series and TV series show from back in the 70s of Lone Wolf and Cub. Really thrilled and excited to finally have Spread in my hands. Have been following this one and watching its development for the best part of a year now. Really am delighted that this one is finally available, and we have the wonderful Justin Jordan, Kyle Strahm and Philippe Sobrero to thank for this one. Really wonderful stuff indeed. Artwork is by Kyle Strahm, and he's also worked on 12 Reasons to Die and Hack Slash comic books, and of course written by very talented Justin Jordan, who's also completed writing duties fairly recently on the brilliant Dead Body Road, and of course he's also very much famous for his work on the character Luther Strode. Now, The Spread is a post-apocalyptic horror mixing elements, as just mentioned, of John Carpenter's The Thing, along with the cult Japanese action samurai fest Lone Wolf and Cub. And this really is the embodiment of both of those iconic movie series. Now let's get in right away and have a look at the gorgeous artwork from Kyle Strahm. A big reason for wanting to pick this up, and it is expansively brilliant in his descriptive artwork, taking very much on board the written word of Justin Jordan. Combination of the two producing The Spread. Brilliant stuff. I mean, that is such a wonderful 2-page spread, and yes, that is an intentional pun. But we are really liking that very much indeed. Wonderful stuff. That really does leap off the page, and it is quite evident that we're dealing with an unbridled look at horror and gore, just peeling off the page with great effervescent colours, and the storytelling is going to just emotively evolve throughout the long, hopefully long run of this just excellent new comic book series. Wonderful stuff indeed. Really very cool stuff. Brilliant stuff indeed. Now, just to give you guys an idea of the background story of The Spread, humanity unwittingly, as it often does in these films and stories and comic books, unleashes an ancient evil buried deep beneath the earth, and once freed it gorges on its surroundings, twisting and churning all that it touches into more of what it is, a living organism of pure, unbridled, pernicious destruction. Now, after 10 long years, humanity fighting against the spread, it almost loses its complete struggle against the spread. But humanity finds a way to slow the growth of the pernicious evil. But not before, of course, near all of humanity, all human life falls victim to the spread and is literally nearly wiped off the face of the earth by the monstrosities of the evil organism, the all-enveloping, all-hungry, gorging organism that is the spread. Now, deep within the quarantine zone, one man has uncovered the key to stopping the spread forever. A baby girl. If he can save her, he may just save the world. Okay, now it's here that I would like to do a big thank you, a huge shout out to Anthony over at the highly informative and enjoyable blog comicsheatingup.net. One of my most regular stops, almost a daily stopover to check out all the gossip and news and updates in the comic book world. And believe you me, comic books aplenty come out on a regular basis. Weekly there are dozens and dozens of new titles, and Anthony over at comicsheatingup.net has got his finger on the comic book pulse. Now, without Anthony, I would not have been able to pick up this very cool limited release edition of Spread, which is from Third Eye Comics, and it is a variant cover, a very cool variant cover, as I think that you will agree. Very, very pleased to have this one. And it is not only the Third Eye variant, but it is a very special edition that is double signed. And there we have the signatures of course, Justin Jordan and Kyle Strum. And without Anthony over at comicsheatingup.net, this would have been virtually impossible for me to have been able to get hold of. And thanks to him, I have this wonderful edition well and truly in my comic book collection. And really, really pleased with it indeed. So thank you so very much, Anthony. Really do appreciate it. And please, everybody, do stop on over at his fantastic blog, comicsheatingup.net. The link will be below. And wonderful, wonderful stuff indeed. Now, the comic book art, as I think a lot of you fans of The Walking Dead will have definitely picked up upon, is that this is, of course, a homage to the Michonne first appearance in the comic book The Walking Dead. And her first appearance in that issue, of course, had her with her two zombies, Walking Dead, undead family members walking behind her with their arms locked off, and she's dragging them or walking with them, pulling them behind her with those straps, those ropes, so she can walk amongst the Walking Dead unnoticed. And this is the spread and its homage to the Walking Dead issue. Now, there is one other variant edition of Spread, which is from the Phantom variant, and that is of the Lone Wolf and Cub homage. Now, I'll show a picture of that at the end of this video. It is an edition that I do have coming, but it hasn't yet, unfortunately, arrived. But again, very excited about being able to pick that up as well. So here we have one last long lingering sweeping over the double-signed edition of the Third Eye Comics variant #1 of the spread. Great stuff. So here we have it then, the spread. The long wait is over, finally released, and absolutely thrilled to have it, and looking very much forward to the coming editions as well. And just turning over issue #1 gives us a taste of the cover art for issue #2, which will be out in August. Cannot wait for that. Excellent stuff. As I say, can't give enough plaudits to this. Really am absolutely thrilled that it is finally available, and it is going to become a real collectible comic book. And according to writer Justin Jordan, who's spoken of a potential layout of up to 60 issues for the comic book, so that really is very promising stuff indeed. And spread is this nightmarish tale over 60 issues to be told. Brilliant stuff. And so do be sure to pick it up and spread the good word. This one has the potential to spread big time. Okay, lots of puns, but with good intention. Really am loving the potential and already the brilliance of this release. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your hopes for the future of this comic book release is. And if you haven't seen this one, hopefully I've done my little bit to bring it to the attention of, albeit maybe just a few more people. It really is such a great comic book. Thanks everybody for watching. Really do appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts, not only of the spread, but of comic book cool. Let me know if you're enjoying it and if you'd like me to do more and to continue with the show. Thanks for watching everybody. Take care. See you all soon. Bye for now.